after being in business for myself for well over 15 years and being in business working for others for even longer than that, I've now gotten to the point where I have my top 11 apps that I think every small business owner, entrepreneur, solopreneur should be using to make their business far more successful. So find the right apps for you, and I'm going to share my ideas. And once you find these apps, use them to your fullest extent. Don't use a small piece of them. Use the entire app to whatever degree you can to get the greatest value from those apps so that you're focused on making your business successful instead of trying to get by because you don't quite have the apps that you need to have. And if you haven't picked the right app, go look again. Find another app, get another recommendation, and again, commit to using it to its fullest. So I'm going to share with you 11 apps that I'm committed to in my business. Here they are: Calendly, Camtasia, Dropbox, Evernote, Google Workspace, LastPass, LinkedIn, Pixelmator, TextExpander, and Zoom. Now there are other apps that I use. There's other tools that I use. But for my business, these are the top 11 in alphabetical order. So let's talk about them a little bit and why you may want to consider using them in your business. Calendly. I don't play around with scheduling on my calendar. I don't send emails back and forth and decide, what's the best day and time for us to meet. I have a Calendly link for a 15-minute meeting, a 30-minute meeting, a 1-hour meeting, and I have some specialty links I use as well. I also have integrated Zoom and PayPal into my Calendly, connected it to my Google Workspace calendar, and it works great for me. And I almost never get someone to say to me, I don't want to do that. Let's just pick a day. That just never happens for me. It's happened once in a blue moon. Calendly is critical for me to manage my calendars and schedule time with the people I want to meet with, either via Zoom or in person. Camtasia. Now, this may not be relevant to everyone, but I'm a YouTuber. I create content. I create presentations, I create courses, and I use Camtasia to create all of that video content. Absolutely love using Camtasia. It is not this grandiose, powerful tool that some of the other ones are, but it does everything that I need for my business to, again, create my courses, my presentations, my YouTube videos, etc. Dropbox. Can't buy enough hard drive space, and I don't want to rely on hard drive space, even SSD drives. I rely on Dropbox because Dropbox manages my content for me, manages the redundancy and the backup and the reliability of me getting to my content from any of my devices. And I have Dropbox integrated to my MacBook Pro and my MacBook Air as an extension of those hard drives. So I can have content that's in the cloud that I can get to, and I can also get to it through my iPad and my iPhone and log into Dropbox from anywhere in the world. I absolutely love using Dropbox as an extension of my computer's storage space. Evernote. I originally started using Evernote when I started doing one-on-one coaching and career coaching, but then I discovered it being even more powerful than that. I use Evernote for every phone conversation I have, every Zoom conversation. I use Evernote for all of my corporate training notes. I even have used Evernote to script out even this presentation on my YouTube content, and I've used Evernote to write 6 books. They're all in Evernote, and again, I can get to it from any device, my iPhone, my iPad, MacBook Pro, my MacBook Air, and I can log into it from anywhere in the world. Google Workspace. Often I refer to this as the foundation of my entire business data systems. I have Google Email, Calendar, I have Drive, I have Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Forms, I have YouTube, my contacts, everything that I need, all of that stuff that I need is in Google Workspace. Again, connected to my MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, on my iPhone, on my iPad, etc., etc. And again, I can log into it from anywhere in the world, and I don't have to worry about backing it up. I don't have to worry about my hard drive crashing. If my computer goes away today, I have all my content either in Dropbox or in Google Drive, and it's a great, great tool. I'm using a Google Workspace, so I have 3 email addresses, one for myself, my business partner / my wife, and I have an additional one for people who help me out. Google Workspace, a great, great tool, vital to my business. LastPass. I don't play around with remembering passwords. I don't create one password and use it everywhere. I use LastPass password management, again, on all of my devices. And all I have to do is remember one mystical, unique password. If I can't remember my password to anything else, all I've got to do is remember the password to LastPass. And because I use story passwords, and I would never tell anyone the story related to the story password, I remember the story to be able to remember the password to be able to get into LastPass anywhere from any device. And again, it's connected to my MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, iPad, and iPhone. And by the way, I don't store the mystical master password on those devices. I just remember it, and I can get into my passwords anytime. Furthermore, I also have redundancy built into LastPass in the event that I am not accessible for whatever reason. My business partner and one of my children have the ability to request access to my LastPass, and if I don't respond in 3 hours, LastPass gives them access to my data. LinkedIn. Now, yes, I'm a LinkedIn coach and trainer, consultant, strategist, YouTuber. I teach LinkedIn and Sales Navigator. However, LinkedIn is still an integral part of my own business. I connect with people that I like, trust, and respect. I connect with people who are relevant to me. I connect with my clients. I connect with people all over the world who I want to connect with. Very purposeful statement there. And it creates an opportunity for me to stay aware of them. They stay aware of me. It's a great social networking tool that has been vital to my business, which, by the way, is my business, teaching social networking. Pixelmator. Now, maybe you don't want to create graphics. However, Pixelmator, and specifically Pixelmator Pro, which I pay for, is really useful for me to do. I used to do just simple stuff. Now I do a little bit more elaborate things. And we always have a need to create some kind of graphic or edit an image or add text to an image. And Pixelmator Pro is a very powerful tool. It has lots of features in it that I don't use, but it has lots of features that I do use and I enjoy using. It helps me to do the simple graphics that I need to do, and I don't need to pay for the more elaborate, sophisticated tools, which I think are fabulous. I just don't need all of that. So I chose Pixelmator Pro for all of my graphic design work that I do. Again, very simple stuff. By the way, side note, I also use Canva. I don't pay for Canva. And I also use another tool called Deposit Photos, where I can buy my images. I buy every image unless I create the image or take the picture myself. And lastly, I also am playing around with ChatGPT. And I sort of like the images that it creates, but often I'll take the ChatGPT created AI image, bring it in a Pixelmator, and adjust it in some ways to make it more look like mine. QuickBooks. I don't use QuickBooks. My business partner does. But she and I discovered over the last 15 years that it is an important tool for us. She does all of our invoicing. She pays all of our bills. She pays my expenses. And furthermore, every month, we've gotten to the point where every month we get a P&L that she and I discuss and a balance statement that we look over as well, so we can measure, are we achieving the goals that we want to achieve? Otherwise, we're just doing stuff. You've got to measure, is your business growing? Is your business profitable? Where is it profitable? What kind of work is more profitable? What kind of clientele is more profitable? Absolutely vital tool for our business to be able to measure the success. TextExpander. This is a simple one, but it's really powerful. In the last 28 days, I've saved dozens and dozens of hours of time because I don't type repetitive statements or repetitive quotes or repetitive text over and over again. I just use the short codes that are in TextExpander so that it automatically types in LinkedIn networking, LinkedIn connection. It automatically types in, with a short code, it types my name, my email address, my phone number. And not only do I save time and reduce the pressure on the keyboard, but I also reduce typos because TextExpander doesn't have to think about it. It just grabs the code, the text based on the short code. So absolutely, and I recommend use TextExpander. Again, I've got it on my MacBook Pro, my MacBook Air. I've got it on my iPhone because I pay for a version that lets me put 5 copies out there. And the last one on my list is Zoom. I've been using Zoom since 2017, and I went through the early days, the struggles of it not working as well, and the security and all that stuff. And Zoom has been committed to making this tool easier to use, more reliable, more secure. I use Zoom. I used to do 2 shows a week. I did 1 show for 4 years. I used Zoom Webinar for that. And I decided in 2017 that I wanted to minimize making phone calls and I wanted to increase my networking and my client engagement. If I couldn't be in person, I was going to do it eyeball to eyeball through the camera. And that has been far more successful for me in relationship development and client engagement and client conversations and prospect conversations versus making a phone call. So it's really, I'm grateful that I made the decision to do virtual calls instead of phone calls to help grow my business. So I have some of my the apps that I use. I have affiliate links for. I have an affiliate link for Dropbox. I have an affiliate link for LastPass. Google Workspace. If you want a Google Workspace domain, contact me. I'll give you a discount code. And TextExpander is a 20% off discount code as well. I encourage you to look at these apps, and if they fit your business needs, commit to using them so you can focus on growing your business and not spend a whole lot of time trying to do things the hard way. Because when you find the right app, it makes running your business easier so you can focus on growing your business. I'm Teddy. Absolutely love my business tools, and I hope these ideas are helpful for you.